Cliff Ravenscraft is a high-energy, US-based professional coach and podcaster who's built a significant following over the last 15 years. He started with his Lost podcast and then developed a channel around podcast coaching and consulting. And in the last 3 to 4 years has focused mainly on mindset and business coaching. Cliff owns a number of websites covering the various aspects of his business. He's been working with Prodigy for the last 2 years to manage, host, and secure his WordPress sites.
Hi, this is Cliff Ravenscraft, and I wanted to share my testimonial of working with Dan Faulkner and his incredible company for IT solutions. Now, the type of IT solutions that I'm using are his website hosting and management services. My experience with the internet and all things web related goes all the way back to 1995 and 96, back when I was first learning hand-coded HTML files. I always enjoyed that stuff, learning, early adopting, but about a decade after that, I began my introduction into the world of audio podcasting. And I was using WordPress websites by this time. And I launched my very first podcast in December 2005, but quickly decided to launch various other podcasts. To the point where since 2005, I've launched 30 different podcast shows, over 5,000 podcast episodes. Not only that, launched a separate website and business called Podcast Answer Man, which I did for over a decade, teaching and training more than 40,000 people how to launch their own podcasts and teaching them how to do it on WordPress. And I got to the place where I could definitely handle WordPress updates, I could do plugins, I could do backups, but it just wasn't my dream to do all of that all day long. And eventually I got to the place where I had so many WordPress websites that I just didn't want to spend all the time necessary to update all the plugins, patch all those security patches, all those other things. And so as a result of that, I would probably update 1 or 2 of my main key, most important websites, but not all of the others as frequently as they should be. Of course, leaving myself vulnerable to attack. Thankfully, I never had anything that I wasn't able to bounce back from, but I certainly had my security woes over the years. And when I got connected with Dan and he told me about the WordPress, not only hosting services, but the management, that he would actually go in and personally, or somebody on his team anyway, would go in and do all of my updates for me. He would make sure that there were secure backups. He would make sure that he would be available, or his team, to troubleshoot any kind of slowness issues on my servers, all of those things, all of that taken off of my plate. Now, I was already on virtual private servers and I was paying a sizable monthly fee and managing all the security issues, the backups and the plugins and the updates and all those things on my own. And to hire Dan and his professionally managed services where everything is done for me was just a very small monthly fee above what I was paying just for the hosting alone. And it certainly was worth all of the headache taken off of my shoulders. Ever since working with Dan, he actually helped fix some things that I didn't know could be fixed in my setup. He helped me streamline shutting down several different WordPress websites and bringing all of that under a single WordPress website, which I knew was possible, but it was way more work than I would ever want to do. And he was able to do that in a matter of hours because of his advanced technical skills. I gotta tell you, it's been several years I've been a client with Dan now, and it has been incredible. I highly recommend WordPress hosting and management of those WordPress websites or any other technical needs that you have that Dan has the skills for. I fully endorse him and trust him with my endorsement. Thank you so much, Dan and team. Many blessings. Cliff Ravenscraft out.